But on now, though, with the action. Our main match is the 4th Division game between Bradford City and Bournemouth. Bradford 3rd in the table, Bournemouth 4th. The cameras of Yorkshire Television were at Valley Parade. The commentator is John Helm.
The biggest day in Bradford City's recent history. They know that just 1 point today will be enough to take them up to the 3rd Division after 4 years in the 4th. And by extraordinary coincidence, the last time City were promoted in 1977, their opponents here that day at Valley Parade were Bournemouth. A 1-1 draw then proved sufficient. Well, Bradford's player-manager Roy McFarland names this side, and he'll be disappointed at the absence of his own name there. An injury still proving troublesome, so Peter Jackson keeps the number 6 shirt. Well, alongside him is Joe Cook, the man who scored that goal against Bournemouth 5 years ago, and who has had the desired effect since rejoining the club this year. Well, David McNiven has had his best ever season for the club, 18 goals, and highlighted by 4 against Crewe on Wednesday. And he also scored one of the goals in a 2-0 win at Bournemouth in February. Bournemouth need 3 points themselves to ensure their own promotion, and they come here with the best defensive record in the entire league, only 27 goals conceded. Their 19-year-old goalkeeper, Ian Lee, made his debut in October, and at that time he was said to be playing for his future with the club. But he's been so outstanding, manager David Webb now predicts a big future for him. He's been a central figure in a side beaten only once in the last 20 matches. A big day then for both sides, and it's Bournemouth in all blue who get the game underway, and immediately the ball played back to goalkeeper Ian Lee. Bradford City in white and claret, those familiar jerseys of theirs. And the referee you see in the picture there is Norman Wilson from Morecambe, and his linesman today, Mr. Bray from Grimsby and Mr. Holland from Chesterfield. Good vocal encouragement from the crowd to start with. They're going up, they were singing before the start of the match. Let's hope they're as chirpy after it. Now Chapman, put out by Spackman. He's done a good defensive job there and makes a good clearance to Funnel. Free kick given by referee Wilson for that charge by Jackson. Played short by Brignall. Hefner's got plenty of room down that right-hand side, and he's got plenty of men to aim at. Bournemouth actually have 5 men in the penalty area. Here's one of them, Funnel. It's almost got through to Spackman. And Bradford conceding the first corner of the game. Gary Watson just nudging the ball over the line. So Bournemouth obviously needing the points as much as Bradford. And looking for the early goal. An in-swinger, dangerous looking one. Brignall got up for it, Lester on the line, and it bounced very awkwardly for him. And Mike Lester did extremely well there because Heffernan was coming in, and that was a tricky moment for the midfield man. He coped with it well. On the corner, back for Williams. It didn't really connect. There's a real chance here now for Crawford, who's made it count. A sickening start for Bradford, the perfect start for Bournemouth. And Andy Crawford, Bournemouth's most recent signing of recent years, £40,000, gets the goal that could mean so much. Straight from the corner, quick thinking actually, is played back to Williams, who doesn't really connect. Clips the ball in, and it comes off Funnel, and in open space is Crawford, who reacts quicker than anybody and gets his 13th goal of the season. And watch out for another long throw here from Cook, straight into the area, up into the sun, and away for a corner from Brignall. Now you can hear the cheers. Well, there'll certainly be a good voice if City get back into the game with a goal. The corner from Gallagher. Staniff is asking for it low. In fact, it comes very, very high. And a good header. Is Campbell getting in, and Lee's positioning was excellent. Well, Barry Gallagher hits the corner, far post. Bobby Campbell was in for it. He's so powerful in these situations. And look at Lee's positional play. Spackman. Opening it up with Heffernan, who can really hit them. Here's Heffernan, will try a cracking effort. He really does whack them, the Irishman. Favoured his left foot, and we can see what happened. Spackman had created the space for him, and he knows he wants to have a crack at goal, and he gets the bend on the ball and only just clears the crossbar. Chapman and Leicester trying to build down the left, having to lay the ball back for Watson, cut out by Heffernan. Since that early Bournemouth strike, Bradford have enjoyed the majority of possession without making it count, but now they've got another of these long throws coming up from Cook. As good as a corner kick any time. Again, it was the back header. Gallagher and Staniforth both in there. Gallagher and the free kick. Whistle's gone. Oh, what a dreadful kick. A chance surely for Campbell if he can lob Lee. Has he made it? He's made it. He has. Woo! He enjoyed that, didn't he? So this has to go down as a dreadful mistake by Lee. Mark Wallington made a similar error last week for Leicester City. It cost them a goal against Norwich. And Campbell takes his time, picks his spot. 1-1. That's the Bradford City bench, looking quite relaxed at the moment, really. Substitute Mark Ellis alongside Nick Jones and Roy McFarland and Brian Edwards. No doubt relieved at the moment to be back in the hunt. They do play the ball around particularly well, but now McNiven's on the chase again. This is where Bradford might score, but he runs the ball out. But that's Bradford's ploy, definitely, the long ball. For the strikers to chase. They're back in possession with Staniforth. Oh, brought down from behind, and that really has to be a booking for Spackman. You could see the agony on Staniforth's face as Spackman caught him from behind. And it has to be said here for the referee, he's right on the spot. Here's Staniforth who makes the breakaway, and Spackman, he keeps going Staniforth. Spackman's pushing him all the way. Look at the agony on Staniforth's face. Referee Wilson blows the whistle. It's a booking. And the name is Nigel Spackman. Free kick for Bradford. Watson takes it. Goes Campbell. Got the header in. He's caused a few problems up there with Campbell and Jackson with their headers. So they did again. And that's it, the half-time whistle blown by Mr. Wilson. So the side's leaving the field at 1-1, and it was Bobby Campbell who got Bradford back into the game with that crucial goal in the 29th minute, his 25th of the season. And Bradford really needed that after Andy Crawford had given Bournemouth that third-minute lead, which was quite a setback for City. But a satisfying first half, and the score at Valley Parade is Bradford City 1, Bournemouth 1. So the last 45 minutes of football this season at Valley Parade, and I wonder if it's going to end in champagne this afternoon for one or even both sides. Both sides know what they've got to do, and no doubt their managers, once colleagues at Derby County, Roy McFarland and David Webb, will have given words of wisdom in the dressing room at half-time. There is the Bournemouth bench. And John Kirk, the coach in there, and substitute Brian O'Donnell, the man in the middle. Away by Watson this time, another chase for Campbell. We've got Impey straight behind him. Baring his teeth he was on him. Could have been a fortuitous ricochet. Brignall puts it out. A long throw again from Cook. Campbell's in there. It's away by Impey. Long throw again. Campbell causing problems. Here's Chapman. Well, Les Chapman's got only one goal this season. He would have dearly loved to have picked up his second then. Well, all afternoon the long throws of Joe Cook have posed as many problems as anything, and as Chapman gets in on the end of it, he lashes it wide. Campbell a good header once more for McNiven. His skills got him past Brignall. His speed taking him away from him as well. He's only got one man to aim at in the box for the moment. Here is that man, Staniforth! Oh, that would have been a marvellous goal. Well, he'll be disappointed, David Staniforth there. That could have been the goal that would have sent the crowd away delirious. All created, in fact, Bobby Campbell's back header and McNiven's turn. He wriggles in those situations admirably, gets away from Brignall, holds it up, turns it back, plays the cross to perfection, and Staniforth hooks it over the top. Nice little ball inside for Leicester. Plenty of Bradford men there, but not many in the penalty area. One who is Staniforth, and it was cut out by Impey. Bournemouth's defence serving it well. Good, what a good ball as well that was for Campbell. Heffernan fouls him. Free kick, Bradford's way. Campbell picks himself up. And Bradford have the free kick. Just outside the penalty area, like Leicester's there. Now Barry Gallagher will want to say in this, he scored direct from a free kick at Bournemouth this season and hit another one which apparently rocketed into the net and was disallowed. Referee asking them to hurry up, I think. Wants the wall back a bit, but watch out for Gallagher. Lee on the goal line is hopping around from one side to the other. Here is Gallagher, there's the chip. Oh! Crossbar, surely from Staniforth. Must roll it. Oh, he couldn't make it. Gallagher is red hot at these free kicks, and just look at the bend on that ball inside of the post there, and it comes back for Staniforth. One felt he had too much time almost. He really battles his way through, and the ball gets entangled in his legs. It's a lively enough game. Well, Carter, bad ball from him. Pod. And an equally bad ball from Pod. He's onside, is Crawford. Problems here for Bradford. If this ball is cut across, it must be a goal from Goddard. Bradford are 2-1 down, and they'll be asking questions about that. Howard Goddard scoring only his 5th goal of the season. It's his first goal since December, and he merely had to tuck it into the back of the net. Well, Sespod had intercepted the pass. He gave it away himself, though, there. It's played forward quickly. Here's Crawford coming inside the penalty area, and he screws it across goal, and Goddard will never have an easier score. Goddard. That was a hopeful ball for Heffernan. It's Bradford's throw. Watson just progressing a little far up the touchline for the referee's liking. Now he does get the throw, and what's more, Campbell gets the free kick. And there's Mark Ellis. I suppose that Bradford must feel now they might as well throw another attacker on, so he might come into it. Oh, Lee making the save of the match there. What a good leap that was by Ian Lee. As the ball is crossed in here by Gary Watson, up go the heads, fine effort from Campbell, but what a good save, all up for it. Infield gets there first, Gallagher bobbing about, and away it comes off the boot of McNiven, ironically. This time, Funnell has got away from Cook's challenge. Pod actually winning the throw as well off the boot of Funnell. Bradford making the substitution, and it's a defender, Gary Watson, going off, and an attacker, Mark Ellis, coming on. Bradford going for goals. I think Norman Wilson's had a good game this afternoon. He's been right on top of play from start through to three-quarters of the way through the match. Ellis plays the ball back for Chapman. Good cross. This time it's Spackman. Ellis is still there. And cut out by Brignall. Stout-hearted challenge that. So, can Bradford score from another of these throws by Cook? Oh, it's gone right across goal. Good save, brave save by Lee. Jackson almost got flattened in the process. So that one really bounced so high, it could have caught Lee out. This time it's Jackson who's content to boot the ball away from his own penalty area, and Bradford have 9 minutes left. And even if Sheffield United beat Peterborough, Bradford would rather they got at least 1 point from this and went up in style. Now a chance. Well, some of the crowd singing "We Are Up," perhaps they know what we know, and that is that Sheffield United are leading Peterborough 3-0 at Bramall Lane at the moment. But don't forget the players out there have no idea of that scoreline, which will mean that both these sides will be promoted this afternoon if it stays that way. Once more it's Crawford. It's chinking and trying to find an opening. And you'll certainly see Bournemouth's players' arms raised when the final whistle goes, because they know that these 3 points are going to take them into the third division. Bradford's players will have to wait for that announcement from Bramall Lane. They've won the ball back with Leicester, as good as anybody from the Bradford side today. Now Cook has also done well and has been pushed up front in his late forays. We're playing extra time now. Brignall really feels that Bournemouth might be a very considerable side in the third division. Spackman. Oh, well, Funnell is delayed too long. We'll get the shot in now, straight at Ramsbottom. He'll surely clear it as quickly as he possibly can. To Cook, good back header. Campbell, oh, he lets fly first time. Oh, what a way to finish the season. And Bobby Campbell is up in the crowd. The crowd are on the pitch. Scenes of jubilation at Valley Parade you couldn't possibly have imagined. The game hasn't finished, and there must be at least 300 or 400 supporters out on the pitch. And Bobby Campbell, what a goal! It's straight from Ramsbottom's hands, the kick down the middle of the pitch. Up go the heads, Cook's back header, and Campbell onto it, whacks it first time, and it bobbles all the way past the outstretched hand of Lee. It's 2-2. Well, now they know they can sing going up in confidence. And Bradford City on their way back to the third division after 4 years away. And so are Bournemouth. Bringle seems almost ashamed to play any more of this game now. They all want it to finish. Stanifer hooking it forward. Niven in a chase with Impey. Well, it really has been the perfect day, I suppose. Sunshine, Bradford having to come from behind twice and making it, and now Ellis dashing down the wing. That ball's out of play. The referee has checked with his linesman, and there will be scenes of complete and utter jubilation here in a minute. And there goes the whistle. Bradford City are in the third division. Bobby Campbell is the man who's taken them there. He got both their goals. And what a dream end to the season for Roy McFarland. Bradford's player manager in his first season with the club has taken them up. And the news from Bramall Lane means that David Webb has also taken his Bournemouth team up into the third division as well. So, as the thousands of supporters come flocking onto the pitch here at Valley Parade to cheer their heroes away, we leave you with these memorable scenes from Valley Parade and the final scoreline: Bradford City 2, Bournemouth 2, both sides win promotion.
Well, yes, indeed, dramatic and emotional scenes at Bradford. 2-2, and many, many congratulations to Bournemouth, even though that late equaliser cost them the chance of winning the 4th Division Championship and also cost them £25,000. Manager David Webb had insured his side for £50,000 to win the title and £25,000 to win promotion. Never mind. Well, the championship will now go to either Sheffield United or Wigan. United 2 points clear at the top with 1 game left to play and with a better goal difference than Wigan. Bradford are third, Bournemouth fourth, 2 points behind with 2 games left, and all 4 are now definitely promoted. But I wonder how many of you noticed that Bournemouth were playing once again in shirts borrowed from David Webb's old club, Chelsea. Anyway, after the game, Webb spoke with Derek Dugan.
Congratulations, David. It's a tremendous performance. Were you completely happy with the whole thing?
Well, I wasn't completely happy. You know, there's a few things that I've said to 1 or 2 of the players, but, you know, I'm only looking at for next year, and I think this is where the campaign starts. But for all our supporters and that have travelled up with us, and also for the many people that are down in Bournemouth that have listened quite intently to what we're doing, I'm as pleased as punch. I mean, I'm even pinching the glasses from Bradford so we have a drink on our way home.
Realistically, David, do you think that Bournemouth can survive really in 3rd Division and in the 2nd Division?
I honestly believe that, you know, we've played a lot of 3rd Division side this year, and I think the teams that have been top of the 4th Division actually have been a credit to football, because, you know, there's 5 teams stretched away. It's very, very disappointing that Peterborough have had to miss out, and I think everybody goes along with that somebody had to miss out. But there's not only them 5, I mean, teams like Bury and Colchester. We've played 3rd Division side, and I've watched a lot of 2nd and 1st Division football, and people are a little bit disillusioned about lower league football because they think it's just an apathetic way just to pass the week away. But there's some magnificent football matches, and I think you've seen one today.
David, I don't want to name any of the players, but there was 3 or 4, at least 4 or 5 of your players today wouldn't look out of place in any grade of football. Is it going to be difficult for you to hold on to them, maybe with finances at the club?
Yeah, finances are one thing, but I wouldn't want to do that for the players' benefit. If somebody came along and it was realistic and obviously for the benefit of the club, but majority of the time you'd look at the players and you think, well, footballers, it's like a progress. If you grow up, and some of my players have grown up, particularly since Christmas, and remember there's 9 of those were free transfer players, and I wouldn't want to stop those from going on to something better. If they can go on, I would love for them to stay here at Bournemouth and go on to better things. I would think possibly in 1 or 2 circumstances I might find that very difficult, because perhaps to get to the 1st Division it might take us another 2 or 3, maybe 4 years.
You say them going on to better, obviously a higher grade of football.
Yes.
What about David Webb then?
No, David Webb's at Bournemouth. I mean, we've got a nice board meeting next Thursday, but I couldn't have one just right. I mean, I'm going over and seeing the bank manager and seeing the all the money people and see what we do. No, I mean, Bournemouth, we've taken a step, and the biggest step in Bournemouth's history could be that we get promotion to the second division, because there's nobody, a lot of people don't realise, is that Bournemouth have never ever been higher than